Right, so we just need to do the intro now. So we have discussed. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look at my notes, but I'm just gonna do one take, Jake. Here we go. Hi.
What if I interrupt you though, man?
Fucking Jesus. Hi there, and welcome to Game Prod Pod. It's episode 3. Join myself, Luke, Tash. We're going to be talking remakes and reboots. We're going to be talking how to deal with personalities on games teams. We're going to be talking about how to get buy-in from a team when you're trying something new as a producer. We're going to be talking about lick my ear. What is the phrase that we hate to hear this week? And we're going to be playing True or Plays. Will I get past our heroic producers one more time with the pig amongst the pigeons in the fake or true game that we play? And what is the title of the episode this week? We opted for Don't Lick the Window. Why did we choose that as the episode title? Watch to the end to find out, and I just about got away with that, I think.
£1,900.
Welcome to the episode, everybody. At £1,900.
£1,900.
You too could be
watched,
on this podcast.
If you've watched this far, it is £1,900.
Yeah.
That's
the name of the podcast.
Yeah. If you've got this far, you too could be worth £1,900.
£1,000.
In order to find out how, you need to watch next week.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. If you could just, Luke, if you just tell everybody what's worth £1,900.
Yes, my CS2 inventory.
That's Counter-Strike 2 for the uninitiated.
Yes, used to be called CS Go. Now it's
CS
called
Lewis.
CS2.
Yes,
It's basically meta game.
Yeah. And C.S. Lewis, who wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the CS did stand for Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Counter-Strike Lewis, as he is commonly known.
Counter-Strike Lewis. Yep.
Yeah, he frequents these battlegrounds quite a lot, did you not know?
Yeah. He's often on economy runs.
But now he just
we need to
steals other
eco
players.
this round, guys.
He's been doing this for so long. He's just a pro, and he just one-shots people. You know, just
Yeah,
steals
Yeah.
them.
One deeg, they call
man.
it, Tash.
Yeah.
One deeg.
One deeg.
I don't play, okay, clearly.
We should do you two versus me.
I'd fucking die, you know this.
I used to be pretty good, but it was about 20 years ago.
I remember me and Matt playing Time Splitters 2. We're supposed to be testing it, but we ended up playing it at lunchtime as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I'm so bad at these
days.
kind of games that when I started at Ubisoft and I was on Tom Clancy, I couldn't get past the actual training mission to get you into the game itself. I gave up and went, nope, I'm done.
See, that's why it's good to start in QA.
You do.
That's why I didn't go to QA, because I'm not good at playing the game. Doesn't matter what game it is, I'm probably not good at it anyway. So let me play on my own with my own devastation.
What are you even doing in this industry?
I know. How dare you?
Telling people how to be better than me.
Do better. Yeah. I saw someone complaining about the 3 questions in stand-up earlier, and it really pushed my buttons. It's
What,
almost like
retro,
people that,
like-
so people that use agile delivery, there's some people that always feel like you should evolve it and change it and improve it, and it's like, well, hang on, some of these
Tell me about
basics are spot on, they're perfect. Like, and yes, the team should be looking at the sprint, and they should be thinking about the sprint when they're doing yesterday I did this, today I did this, my blockers are this. It's not a death by agenda. It's a process towards the sprint.
I don't know. I had an interesting conversation today about sprints and retrospectives and how they can make it more impactful, more meaningful. And I said, well, what do your sprints look like? Your retrospectives look like right now? And it's so prescribed. There's a lot of like, how many meetings did I have today that interrupted my day? What did that take out of it? What problems arise that were unaccounted for? Like, that's great. That's really specific. But where's the general? What went well? Where could we improve? What didn't go well? And action points. Where are those?
Yeah.
So it was just interesting to see like the reasons that came behind it from Sorry, look, I'm echoing in someone's mic now.
I can hear something, but it's
Yeah.
your end. It's your end.
There's nothing going on.
Well, actually, no, it's Matt's end. If me and you stop, Tash, watch.
Matt, you need to mute.
Matt's purple.
Why am I audioing?
Yeah. I don't know.
Today's an
Anyway.
audio problem.
So the interesting point was that we were asking about where's the positive sides of it. And the response I got back was, it's not the vibe. It won't go down well. Like, what do you mean it won't go down well? Like, they won't respond to it. There'll be no interaction, which I find really interesting. Like, well, how can you build a better, more meaningful interaction with your team if you don't know what you're doing well with? And then this concept just seemed to be so out there that it was almost like, yeah, but I know my team, it won't work. I'm like,
That response, yeah.
right? So it's like,
let's just try it then. Should we just try it?
No. There's like a lot
wow.
of hesitation. We need to work together. You need to actually embrace the positive. And I know it sounds like super cheesy, right? Like be positive, be upbeat, but like how do you build better processes if you don't know what you're doing right? If your team don't tell you, we really liked that you gave us this update, or we really liked that you introduced this. How do you build on that if all you've got is negativity from your retrospectives? And I find that so interesting to see how retrospectives have changed since when I first learned how to do them to how they're adapting now. And it's like, let's just skip an entire step and let's fixate on the problems almost.
And it's not like they've evolved. It's just people are, it's not even adapting. People are just changing them.
Yeah.
To suit the narrative. And the narrative could be, we've got too many meetings. Let's prove we've got too many meetings by bringing it up in retro. Well, that's just one key topic. There's plenty of other things.
So yeah, it's an interesting one. Sprints and retrospectives for sure.
Yeah, retrospectives is a hot topic that's definitely worth chatting about more. We could even do like a live demonstration, Matt, in the future.
We could do a retrospective of the podcast.
Yeah.
Go on.
We could retro a retro. I was very proud of myself the other day in my car, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah, someone had crashed their car, but they were fine. They were not dead or anything. They were just standing by the car looking really pissed off. And I said, you can't park there. I was quite proud of myself.
I'm not sure what to make of that story.
It's great. When you get them, you're like, yes, I've got it. You can't park there. Sorry.
I was playing Star Wars Outlaws recently. The thing that really sort of threw me was the distance from sort of like, your location as a player to, say, the kind of objective location. It's all in meters, which is really weird because you would have thought that they would use imperial measurements.
Hey! I like that. It's good. It's good. Did you think of that while you're on the toilet? You're like, that's a good one.
That's going in. I was like, I thought of it a few weeks ago, but we've not recorded for a while.
I was going to say, have you been waiting to use that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on his post-it board behind him.
It's written on the blackboard just
there
over there.
See, in that green one.
I regret nothing.
And get everything all at the same time.
Outlaws looks amazing. I do need to play it, but again, I don't have a job. I don't know if I mentioned that. But it's 60 quid
available for hire, so
I could do that. Yeah.
I meant you. You're available.
Oh, I'm available. I thought you meant that a game. I thought you meant Game Pass. I thought you meant Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought you meant. I could be on Game Pass as well. Just bundle me in.
I think you would be available on the lowest unpaid tier. Speaking of lowest unpaid tiers, it is time for the games industry hot topic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of games industry hot topics, what we're going to be talking about today is reboots and remakes. Are we falling into the same trap as a Hollywood, where it's franchise-mageddon and there are other films, other games do not get made? Or are we in a genuine heyday of interesting and innovative new titles if you scratch below the surface of the AAA game studios? Tash, Luke, what do we think? Stop typing, Luke.
One hand.
So I don't know. It depends on how you feel about remakes, right? Like the one remake I was so excited for and then I was actually quite disappointed by was, and this is so controversial, so I would like to say this is my own personal opinion, was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I genuinely disliked that. The Rebirth one that came out Like I know it's not a straight remake; it is a reimagining. But it took away so much from what I liked in the original storyline, and the gameplay changed so much. Like I don't like this run around and try and fight whilst you're figuring out the moves. I actually do like turn-based, and that was the whole reason I liked those games in the first place, was because the turn-based, and it changed. And your summons lost their story. What you get them for a VR headset now. So for a lot of that, for me, it just lost a lot of its unique appeal. So to this day, I will still always prefer the original. But I was super looking forward to seeing how they remade it, because I would have loved a straight remake with updated graphics, so I could see the characters better, so I could see the cities better. And I was just very, I don't know, disappointed and let down by that one. So yeah,
I'm going to follow that up with something even more controversial. I've never ever liked Final Fantasy VII.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Not for everyone. I get
Yeah,
it.
just not for me. So
See, I liked it, but didn't commit.
Uh,
I was like,
I
this is
didn't
going to
even-
suck my life away. Pulling out. No, stop. Same as World of Warcraft. I was like, this is awesome. No, stop playing. No.
Yeah.
The one of the reasons why I pitched this idea to talk about was actually the fairly recently, depending on when you're watching this, were the second Halo Combat Evolved remake was announced. Moving to the Unreal 5 engine. I believe Microsoft are starting to use a lot of AI as well in terms of the kind of recoding, and I don't think that was enforced upon the development team, but the rumor is that they are using AI. I don't know if they're using Copilot. I don't think Microsoft internally use their own tools.
No.
Why test it? Why would you do that?
Exactly. And it's a challenging remake for me because I will always love Halo. I will always love Combat Evolved, and I will probably love the reboot, the remake, whatever you want to call it, this time around on its 25th anniversary, as much as I love the original. Whatever changes and tweaks they make to it, it is likely that I will always love it. That said, it's a little lazy to just rely on that.
It's
Don't know.
an interesting topic. Yeah, I see. When I played, going back to Half-Life, so when I played Half-Life 2, I loved it. But it did make me feel like I kind of wish you did Half-Life 1 with this new engine. So I was thinking, yeah.
See, it's an interesting one because, like, yeah, you're right. We do have a lot of games from our childhood that we wish we could see with today's graphics, right? Because we've advanced so far. I would love to see a remake of the Shadow Hearts first game. It was so dark and like just very gritty, at least at the start and everything. And it was just so much like Antichrist vibes going on that I loved. I would love to see that. It's one of my favorite games to this day. Very underrated. I absolutely adore it. I'd love to see it again. I don't think it's lazy. You're taking something that was done well in the first place and then revamping it to give it a fresh makeover. So I don't think it's lazy in that way. I think there is a certain level of nostalgia because we are at the age where we have nostalgia now. And it's our generation that are making these games. So why not be nostalgic about it and create the things that we love?
I guess where it's a problem is where it's not done justice or something's missed or the right people aren't involved. Like the Witcher TV show, like the controversy of the new lead actor, and he's ruining what happened with The Witcher. And that's the same sort of mindset. If you did Half-Life 1 again and you lost some of the absolute key things that were in Half-Life 1 and that level of pressure, threat and all that sort of stuff, and it's gone, then the nostalgia's gone. You're just bitter. Angry at it.
I think if you're going to do a remake, you want people who are
passionate
fanatic about it.
Absolute fanatics.
Well, the Half-Life remake was a fan remake in using the Source engine, using the
when they did the Half-Life remake,
the original,
But Half-Life 2 was Half-Life 2 and new engine and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but that's what the remake of Half-Life that they did in the new engine. That they changed some of the game. They changed a lot of the end. You didn't spend quite as much time in. Damn it.
I know what you mean. That bit, it was good. I enjoyed it. I played it all the way through, and there were some clunky parts in the first game that I thought, hang on, I don't remember it being like this. What was different? And then I researched it, and I was like, oh yeah, this was really painful and clunky. Yeah,
but that's, I guess, coming back to the kind of Halo thing as well. They haven't stated categorically, but they're alluding to the fact that they've changed the the library level.
Okay.
And I always defended that level because masochistic tendencies, I guess.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's just restart, 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 restart. Yeah.
It was tough, but it was interesting. I think it was probably it is a challenging level. It does feel like it goes on forever, but by God, was it entertaining.
It reminds me of the Tomb Raider moments where you're falling and you just get sick of hearing her scream.
Oh,
As she falls off a
Just
cliff, you're like,
die
restart, last checkpoint, restart, last checkpoint, restart, last checkpoint. She's dying and screaming
I
again.
would never get tired of that.
Never.
Continuously kill Lara,
Yeah.
guys. We have an out of context spread where we just put these down
Yeah.
and just run.
Yeah.
Just snip that, stick it on a
There
TikTok.
Continuously kill Lara Croft, guys.
There's
That's
a
what we're
TikTok.
doing.
Keeping on the reboot theme,
Mm.
I believe that there were some criticisms leveled at the reboot of Tomb Raider, where a lot of it did, if you wanted to, it certainly could feel a bit like torture porn.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, and a
pretty
lot of
fierce.
people were doing stuff like that and then creating videos and stuff. Yeah.
Not
I blissfully avoided all of that online. Like, I'm quite happy.
enough of that nonsense for right now. So we're going to move on to games production. What is it really? We're going to be talking games production. What is it really? And today, what Tash and Luke are going to be talking about is dealing with personalities in teams. So this is a sort of thinking about it, your team from a systemic point of view. There's loads of different people that are going to constitute your team, and everybody's going to have different things that they like, different things that they're kind of like interested in, and different ways of working and communicating. So, Tash, Luke, how do we deal with personalities in teams?
I can have a stab. We talked earlier about retrospective, Tash. And the retrospectives are a really good way of encouraging people that are less outspoken to speak up. And a producer can be kind of like the conductor and encourage people to speak, and also discourage people that maybe speak too much to sort of just give someone else a chance and conduct that conversation. And then what happens over time, if you do that often, then when you have stand-ups and meetings and stuff, you kind of take that role a little bit as well over time, and the team trusts you to have that role. And you say, right, John, can I get your input on this? Because I know you're looking at this. So you're also feeding their ego a little bit, explaining that you understand their role, what they do, why they're here, why they're important. I want to hear your input on this. And then you're drawing them out so that they're more encouraged to speak up. So trying to get the team balance of who speaks the most is really tricky, but it's a really good sort of thing to get, or a skill to get as a producer, to encourage the quieter ones to speak up and give them the sort of the permission and ammunition, if you like, to speak up. And then if that doesn't quite work, you can also have conversations with the people that are a bit more outspoken, and you say, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about John. I really want to make sure we encourage him to speak up. Could I just ask that you help me a little bit with trying to get him to speak up? So just trying to bring that more outspoken person into fixing the challenge, perhaps.
Yeah.
It feels very much like that is, the role of the producer in this particular instance is to make space for people to be able to contribute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whilst also actually the people that would naturally do that, making them a little bit more self-aware.
Yeah.
That they should also allow that space.
Exactly. Yeah. And the producer's job is to have tools and techniques and formulas, I like to say. The formula, when you hear certain patterns, you're like, oh, I know the fix for this. Oh, I know the formula for this. That's how my brain kind of works, like an Excel formula of different fixes for problems. And I know Tash thinks quite similar.
Yeah, that is the beauty of how we work. That was looking, I kind of recognized that we were both very straightforward talking to people when I joined Improbable, so it's great. But the beauty of having your retrospective, your meetings, and your stand-up is that you actually get to see how the personalities form in your teams. And what I find quite useful, I read a really useful book, which was recommended to me by a friend, called Surrounded by Idiots. And it's basically not saying that people are idiots, it's basically saying that because you don't communicate in the same way, it can come across as people not speaking your wavelength. So you misunderstand or you miscommunicate. And it was really interesting. And it's quite a generalization. Obviously, no one is all of these things, no one thing. You are a mixture of everything. but they break it into like 4 areas. You've got blue, who are logical, methodical communicators. You have green, who are pie in the sky, ambitious communicators. You have the yellow, who are more heartfelt, a bit more fluffy around the edges, but they like to talk and they like the gentleness. And then you have reds, who are direct. This is what I want. How do I get it? And it was really interesting. No one is ever just one thing. It is a bit of a generalization, but it is very helpful to see. And then you start to notice patterns of where these people live within the games industry anyway. So coders tend to be more red and blue, logical and direct. Your artists are a bit more yellow and your researchers are a bit more green, and they can float between all of them, right? And you start to be able to see, right, I'm kind of dealing with someone who's a bit more artistic, a bit more creative, so I have to be a bit more gentle in how I communicate. I'm talking to a programmer. I can go and say, this, what does this mean and why do I need to do it? Or when can I expect this? And you know how people will generally take you. It becomes a bit of a subconscious thing, but having your stand-ups and your sprints, you can start to see how those form in your team, and you can adapt how you communicate with them. I'm not perfect at it. I still get it wrong. I still get pulled up for being quite direct. This is always going to happen because I am a direct communicator and I am not going to change.
Also, you're Scottish.
Actually, no, yeah, that has been a thing. It is a common trait. I don't know why that makes it so. I have to be told that. Anyway, I got on really well with German folk because they're also incredibly direct, so I love it. It makes my life so easy. But again, it's a generalization, right? Nationalities as well. If you're in more direct communities, you tend to be a bit more direct in your communication. But it's something that allows you to work on identifying who they are and how you communicate.
Yep.
And it's just something you actively work on. You're never going to be perfect at it because people change all the time.
Yeah, so you've got a few things there. You've got personality types. You've got different type of personalities. You've also got experience. So a programmer that's less experienced may be more perhaps sensitive to feedback or more sensitive to being challenged in a room of other people. Whereas someone very senior is happy or maybe not even quite there. And you have to encourage them to speak up because they're like, "Oh, sorry, I was doing some work." They don't necessarily care as much. You have to bring them in to get them to care. And artists in general can be quite precious over their work. So you've kind of got to encourage them to think beyond that preciousness and think like, we're going to iterate on this and improve on it. And perhaps what you've done there isn't quite right for where we're going now, but we could definitely shelve it or come back to it, etc. That mindset can be on programming as well. Yeah, so it's different ages, different skill sets, different disciplines.
Experience.
Yeah, there's like a sea of different things that you have to take into account.
Yeah, and your job as a producer to identify all of it.
Yeah, it's interesting that you brought in culture there as well, Tash. Although maybe I did as well slightly by because you're Scottish. There's an incredible book by Erin Meyer called The Culture Map that actually starts to really break down which countries, which cultures default to certain ways of communication, what is acceptable in their culture and what is not. So there is, especially as we move to a more, multicultural industry and in civilization, that these things are really useful to start to take into consideration as leaders and producers within
That's
the
a good point, actually. Yeah, when I worked at Lloyd's Banking Group, we had a lot of Indian developers, and it took me a while to sort of understand the dynamics and how that works and stuff like that. And then sort of going to lunch with them and stuff and eating with them and chatting to them, you kind of get to know the societal sort of dynamics. And then you're like, okay, I kind of get how you think as a person now. I need to adapt some of that to how you work. And then you have to be a bit more playful sometimes with some of those developers, which seem to work for me.
Always strikes me that, this is not a new thought, but it always strikes me that like the art of communication isn't talking, it's listening. And finding out how people communicate, and then you can kind of adapt much more to their style
and allow some pauses. It's impressive. No, we've lost Tash.
We've lost Tash again.
No, Tash, you've touched something at the same time, your keyboard, or did you go like this with your headphone?
It's not your microphone, is it? Is it died?
Is the light not green?
It was green. I spotted it earlier.
Good spot, man. Yeah.
QA.
The QA.
Yes,
it's for life.
Cut me in half. It says QA.
Cut me in half.
I will also be
like
dead.
Superman. QA. Instead of a big S, it's a Q&A.
Is that better?
Yeah,
You're
crystal
back. You're
clear,
back.
Tash.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this in.
You're clearer now than you were earlier.
It might have been dying, which might be why. So
Yeah.
Is that what caused
You're a
Matt's
little-
issues as well?
absolutely, let's blame it on me.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, perfect. Personalities, egos, disciplines, culture. There's like about 10 things to take into account there.
Yeah.
And then it's
And
being able to adapt.
It's
And the feel of the vibe at the moment, like something going on in the company, or we've just hit a sprint deadline, or someone's upset with what we've done, or someone's happy with what we've done.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that to it as well that you have to read.
Yeah, there's
read
a lot
the
of that.
room.
You're not just a producer, you're also like a miniature therapist as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
If something's happened, then you kind of have to be more sensitive to that. Like if they've had their work removed or something they've worked really hard on, but discontinued, they're going to have feelings.
Yep.
You have to handle that.
That's a good point, actually. When I worked with Aruga, we were doing Facebook games, and the development team took a while to get used to being able to throw things away without getting upset, and I had many conversations about it. It's like, but we don't need to throw that away. We could keep that. We could keep this. Like, you don't need it. And over time, they kind of got it themselves without me over egging it. It was just like, I need to just let this sit with them, and they will talk amongst themselves, and it happened. It's not going to change. We are going to be throwing stuff away and starting again, because that's the nature of the beast. That's what we want to do.
Exactly.
But yeah, and especially with junior members, it's hard to explain that sort of stuff, because you don't want to come across as patronizing and condescending as well. But equally, you kind of have to guide a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually started coaching someone externally, and I realized something the other day that was kind of like an epiphany. I watched him talking to someone. He was on a call with someone, and I thought to myself, oh, we should be doing this, should we do that, should we do this? And I thought, hang on, I need to let him have his journey and then give him like maybe 1 or 2 pointers. But don't tell him exactly what he did wrong. Just give him 1 or 2 pointers to think about. And it was kind of like an epiphany moment for me. It was like, okay, I need to do it. And then I've like retrospect thinking about how I can coach him better.
Same, I've been mentoring someone at work and doing a similar thing. I'm like, we need to sit back and let you actually figure this out whilst just giving you advice.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be what they call helicopter parents, right? You don't want to be someone that's going, no, don't do that. Go there, go there.
Okay, so I think that's about enough of that nonsense, and it's time for the next segment. Ask us anything, reach out and prod me. This is a segment where we take questions, concerns, and other submissions from you, the glorious viewer, in terms of the challenges that you're facing with production in video games. Today, we've got one that says, Dear Luke and Tash, how do I get buy-in from my team to try something new?
Who are you? No, as in like, give me like in this persona. Who are you?
Being the producer, I guess, trying to introduce.
Okay.
It's a production challenge, Luke.
Yeah.
So,
no, but is it a production challenge from a producer, or is it
a junior producer?
Just a challenge to us.
There you go. A junior producer.
Okay, fine.
How do you, the producer?
How does one?
How do I?
How do I, as a producer?
How do two?
We're doing user stories now. How do I, as a producer, encourage my team so that I can get the best outputs?
You don't have Luke on your team. That's how. Jesus Christ.
I'll pick it apart. Please define.
How do you, Luke, the senior producer, come into a new team with your years of experience, encourage the team that has been operating in the same function the entire time to try a new process to boost efficiency and effectivity as a junior associate producer who has never done this before?
Thanks, Tash. I'm glad you explained better than that.
Thanks, Tasha.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's why Tash is here. Yeah, for the big brains.
Is that why I'm here?
For the big brains.
Can I have the big dollar money to come with that, please?
The answer is with patience and with listening. And it comes down to a few things. It's understanding the people, showing respect for the people. It also, I know this is a classic consultant answer, but the word depends. It depends. And it usually depends on how long the team have been together, how skilled are they in amongst each other, what's the balance between the team members, can you bring some of them on board to sort of work with you to roll it out better, can you explain your rollout plan? So for instance, if I did this, my first phase would be analyze, it'll be define, it'll be challenge, like questionnaire, and then it'll be roll it out, and then it'll be test it. all of those stages I'd lay out to the team and say, this is what I'm planning to do, guys. I'm going to analyze, which means I'm going to listen. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to get your feedback. I'm going to talk about what feels good and what doesn't feel good. But it's all about the people. We need to find the right process for the people and not just crowbar a process in or force you to follow a process, because the process should work for you. You should not work for the process. That's a really important phrase you hear me say often. So I would, go for the analyze, design, build, test for a process and quiz it all the way through. To make sure they've got their input into it and they feel like they're being listened to, and that their challenges come up and we can make adjustments. And then some of the things you may decide as a producer don't quite work. Some of the things you decide as a producer don't have enough chance to work, but the team think they don't work. So you kind of have to pick your battles sometimes as well. You have to be like, I'm going to let this one slide, but I know my spidey senses are tingling. This is going to come back up. This is going to come back up.
Yeah. I think
there
for
are
me,
some things I won't ever that I won't ever budge on. Like stand-ups need to be the team and the scrum master, or team and the producer. Don't bring the whole world of stakeholders into that. Sorry, that's black and white.
No, yeah, that's 100% right. I think for me, when it comes to buying in for a new process to an existing team, it's like you say, you always observe, see how the team already operate, see how they function, how they vibe. And then it's understanding what your goal is, what you're there to achieve. Like, are you there to just introduce a new process for the sake of it because it's not going to work? But are you there to genuinely help make their life easier? Where are your pain points? And then trying new things. Like if you're new to doing sprints or Kanban or these processes, if all you've got to go on is buy the book, then try buy the book by all means. But the biggest thing is to not set yourself really high expectations, because nobody ever does agile 100% agile. You are a mixture of everything. And you've got to try it. And like you say, you try it, you adapt it to your team's needs and how they operate, and it should build from there. But it's having that courage to just try. Matt, I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself.
You can.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And it's just encouraging them to try things. Like, don't be scared to say, hey guys, I'm going to do stand-ups. I want to do a planning meeting to plan your next 2 sprints ahead, 3 sprints, however comfortable you are with that. Asking them, like, what are the goals for each of these sprints? What are the features we need to work on? What's the quality levels? Getting all that information to plan your sprints ahead of time is going to be really handy. And you do have to sit down with your leads. You do have to understand what they're doing, and it will take time out of their day, which will kind of really rub them up the wrong way because they don't like losing time. I get it. But that's where you have to encourage them to help you to understand it. So you can then say, you need to help me build this process together. And so we need to try this out together. And that's generally how you do it. And it helps you build rapport with your team as well, because then they can say, right, okay, this actually worked well. I don't mind taking time out to do this. Can we try this and can we try that? And then you start to find that you build your own rhythm and your own version of agile that works for your team by doing that. But the biggest thing is just try. Don't be scared.
One of the common things that goes alongside teams that aren't working together or gelling together is they're waiting to be told what to do. They're waiting for you to tell them what the sprint is. They're waiting for you to tell them where they should be heading or who to talk to. Whereas once you flip that the other way around and say, I want to empower you as a team. I want to listen to you as a team. The sprint goals are this, but we can define how we deliver that thing. You don't have to go through these bullet points. You could just throw them away. Just create those user stories, work out what the outcome is, and then get all of the team to talk about that. And there's going to be times where I'm asking you questions that I don't know the answer to. You might not know the answer to. That's fine. It's okay to not know all the answers. But initially, if you come in too strong and start quizzing everything, they'll be like, hang on, you're asking more questions than any producer I've ever had before. What's going on? If you don't prefix that with, I'm going to ask lots of really silly questions, or it's going to be a bit of analysis from me. I'm sorry if I'm asking questions. It's not personal. I just want to break things down and understand things. As long as you come from the right mindset and come from the right place and you explain that, and sometimes have to re-explain it, it's a good thing. And most team members will get that if you explain it the right way.
I always go into a new place and I'm like, I'm going to ask you all the stupid questions under the sun. So be prepared.
Humility. Yeah. A producer's job is to pretend to be giving humility even when they might know the answers.
It's like, you will come back and you'll ask me this exact same thing later. Don't worry, I know.
Yeah. I think I'm correct in asking this, but can I just ask the question?
Just for clarity, for idiot over here for Buggins, but what does this mean?
Yeah. I think I know what render means, but can you just explain what render means to you? Yeah.
Love it.
Kylo Ren, I believe. That's short for render. His full name is Kylo Few Render.
Kylo Few Render. You unmuted yourself for that, Matt. It's very impressive.
We're gonna skip lick my ick this week because we didn't have a phrase. Nobody submitted a phrase. I'm just gonna move on to the next section. Also, because of all the fucking
Dave challenged me. I'm like,
nah, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it next week. Right, great. Okay, so time for the next section.
I've got an ick. I've got an
What's
ick.
the ick? What's the ick?
Sorry, Matt. It's a quick one.
Go on.
Go on.
Shouldn't the producers put all the Jira tickets in? There's my ick.
What? What is it about
So some team members expect you to put all the Jira tickets in and for you to manage the status of those tickets.
Yeah, no autonomy whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, I don't touch Jira. You do all that. And it's like, well, hang on.
I'm sorry. Do I not do enough?
Yeah. So you just don't want to follow any process. You just want to do what you want. And I've got to keep an eye on the check-ins. Yeah. That's
a shared one, actually. I dislike that. Like, it's a complete lack of autonomy. Like, oh, I don't know how to create Jiras. Well, learn. It's not hard. Let me show you how.
Yeah. But then you'll find out in their spare time, they'll work on another project and they use a similar tool to Jira and they'll follow a process. And they're like, I use Notion. Yeah. Like, maybe we should use Notion for delivery, shall we? Oh, no. Okay.
Do you know what even comes along with that? Is like you can make them the tickets and then completely ignore them.
Yeah.
I do have because I'm now in office, I do have one developer who just like respond with emoticons and like respond to me with better things than emoticons.
Wow. Like thumbs up.
Stand right here.
Me and Matt worked at a company where the development director would respond in an email with just the word okay. And you're like, but what? In like it's
Which bit is okay? Now, I am a fan of a short, well-crafted email, but okay is probably taking it to too much of an extreme.
Okay.
I don't know. What about yes? Yes to what? Yes?
Yes. That's a good ick. We've just done 2 icks, Matt. We thought we didn't have any.
Or B.
Can you do a thumbnail with that? There we go. There's your thumbnail.
Right. Okay. So time for the next section. Next section is True or Flays.
What's this one?
3 games.
Wow. This is Matt's favourite one.
This is my favourite one.
Because he's beating us, what? Like,
it's because he likes to win.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, we let him win twice.
Okay. True or Flays. 3 games. 2 of them are real. 1 of them is completely fabricated. And so can our host, that's me, get his completely made up nonsense past 2 heroic video game producers? Okay, are you ready?
Yes, he can. History would say yes, you can.
Data says yes.
Only as good as your last game. It's just that I've won the first 2. Who knows what will happen, man? Who knows what's going to happen? Are you guys ready?
I was born ready, Matt.
But are you ready now?
No, that's when I was born.
No. I have become progressively less ready over time.
Yes, yeah. The older I get, the less ready I am.
All right. Game number 1. Echoes of Permafrost. A harrowing 4-player co-op game set in a collapsing subterranean Soviet research base in the Arctic. Players brave the lethal surface to scavenge resources while managing the base's failing power grid and defenses to hold back territorial, cold-sensitive creatures called Echo. Okay,
sounds awesome.
That's game number 1. It does sound pretty good, doesn't it? Game number 2, Broken Roads.
Broken.
It's by a Scottish development studio.
Right, is that why it's broken?
It's broken.
It's broken.
It's not bad. Game number 2, Broken Roads, an original narrative-driven RPG set in the post-apocalyptic Australian outback. The core mechanic is a moral compass that tracks the player's philosophical alignment, for example, nihilist, humanist, rather than simple good/evil. Game number 2, Broken Roads. And game number 3, Cinderella Protocol. You play as Jewel, a self-aware general utility AI trapped within the smart grid of a hyper-connected city. Lacking a physical form, you must investigate a series of mysterious suspected homicides by manipulating the city's infrastructure, locking doors, diverting power, hacking devices to influence human witnesses and solve the cases.
They all sound great. They sound like good games.
But
Unlike
only-
previous weeks. Previous weeks, like you had some really ropey games that ended up being real. Like, okay, wow.
Which one of these is the pig in the disco?
See, Tash, I think the middle one.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
deliberately not
thinking
talking
that as
about
well.
now. I think the middle one
Yeah,
is
Broken
the
Roads.
bullshit one. Yeah,
I
Broken
think so.
Roads. It was just too vague and a bit too wishy-washy. And
I'm just going with like pick one out of a hat now. It's a Broken Roads.
yeah, flip a
sounded-
coin. Broken
yeah.
Roads sounds like broken nonsense.
Okay. So, but which one's so you've discounted Broken Roads?
No.
Yes.
Broken Roads is the fake one, right?
Fake
No,
one, yes.
There's
2 falses, 1 truth. What are we doing again?
okay.
Where are we?
Two are real. One is fake. So you're
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Broken Roads is fake.
So yeah,
Okay.
we aren't going mad, Tash. I thought we were going mad
All
for a
right.
second.
English goes so badly, man.
What happened there?
I
Not
realized
compute.
that the description that we've got in the template for the episodes is incorrect.
Well,
I wonder who did that.
yeah. Our charming host.
The host of the most mistakes. Do you like my pause? I did a
Oh.
pause for thought. Yeah. So the middle one,
I
Matt.
believe this is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll have that.
Okay,
My
right.
lollipop.
So actually,
bitter.
one of these is real. 2 of these are made up.
So we're going the opposite way.
It's the other way
Right.
around. So
Right.
Okay, so one of these is real and 2 of these are fake. Right.
Okay,
well,
so Broken Roads is fake. Okay.
okay.
So it's between Cinderella Protocol and Permafrost.
Yeah. I reckon permafrost is real. What do you
I
think?
don't know. I think Cinderella is real.
All right, I'm going to go with you because I think the first time we got it wrong, we went with me. So let's go with you to get it wrong.
It was
this time.
me. We went with me
Was
first,
it
then we went
you?
with you. So I think it's Broken Roads and Cinderella, but I don't know.
Let's do it. Broken Road, Cinderella. Our final answer, Matt.
Okay.
Please reveal the
The
true
true game.
answer.
The the real game is Broken Roads. The other 2 are completely made up. Yeah, Broken Roads. Broken Roads is an isometric RPG that was released maybe a year or 2 ago, and it looked very interesting, but didn't quite live up to its potential.
Basically, this segment is to prove to Tash and Luke that we are not on current trends of
That
games.
you are terrible, terrible people. Yes. And that is 3-0 to me, I believe. I'm going to find some kind of interesting graphic to start to put over these sections just to show.
Like Among Us dead icons over our faces. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
There we go.
Lovely stuff. 5. Right. Well done, me.
Yep, scores. Did you write 3-0? Is that what you just wrote down?
I wrote
3-0. Right. Just making sure he takes that note. 3.
Yeah.
0.
It's gonna
3.
frame it.
No,
Luke, Ash, 0 at 3.
to me. Do you guys want me to start making these easier?
Ooh, Tash.
Salt in the wound.
So I think we need to put a quiz segment in for Matt. Actually, Tash.
Yeah.
I think we should.
I tell you what, when you beat me at this, then yeah, you can do that.
No.
I dubbed the hashtag not my Witcher.
Hashtag not my Witcher.
Ah.
Asked and
Not my
answered.
Witcher.
I dubbed the hashtag not my Witcher.
Hashtag not my Witcher is a good one. I like that. You said something earlier that I quite liked when you referred to producers as miniature therapists.
Yeah.
Hashtag mini
I
therapist.
just picture mini me.
Yeah.
We kind of
With
are,
Tash,
though.
Tell me about your mother.
Yeah.
Do you know what you laugh? But to be fair, when your team are having problems, you do end up being the person they talk
true.
to.
It's true.
So
Look, I
That's a
can't
good thing.
handle him anymore, Luke. Let's
okay, let's work this out. It's
Let's
okay.
talk about it, shall we?
Breathe, calm down.
Pissed. I like that as a
I dubbed
thing.
title.
I dubbed the miniature therapist.
I dubbed the miniature therapist. I dubbed the hashtag not my Witcher. Anything else?
I dubbed the 3-0.
3-0.
Salt
I
in the
dubbed
wound.
the 3.
No, that's lemon now.
3.
Lemon, yeah. Salt,
And
lemon,
then-
and tequila.
Yeah, the old tequila stuntman.
Yeah.
Squeeze the lemon
Just
in your
don't-
eye, snort the salt, and then
Yeah.
Don't lick the window. Don't lick the wind.
No.
I dub the "Don't Lick the Window."
Don't lick the window. That's a
Don't lick
different
the
episode.
wind.
It's a
The
Don't
different.
lick the
wound.
wind.
Oh, the wound, though.
Wound
Did you say
is a
the
really
wound,
hard
though?
word to say in a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Don't
Really
lick
Don't
the
lick the
window.
wind.
Wound.
I mean, don't lick the window either.
Yeah, I mean, you said "Don't lick the wound," though, which
No,
in your
yeah.
accent sounds like window.
Window. Don't lick the window. I
What
don't know what
accent?
accent I'm doing now. I don't know. I'm just going to go over here.
Don't lick the window.
Don't lick the window.
Okay, so
Right.
we've got
Yeah.
a hashtag not my Witcher. We've got miniature therapist. We've got 3-0 and don't lick the window.
Don't lick the window. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. Don't lick the window.
Especially dub the "Don't lick the window."
Deny lick the window.
All right, we're
Yeah.
just gonna do the Jesus absolute car
Mm.
crash of an episode.
I thought it went well. My mic was perfectly fine.
Hey, look, after 2 attempts, mine was fine. Matt had the most issues.
Yeah, Matt turned into the Death Star.
Now, my microphone issues were caused by your microphone issues. We
Right.
have
Shut
course.
up.
Yeah. If all else fails, blame the producer.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode,
I
you will
just
see
couldn't
Matt be
resist.
interrupted.
One take. I've got to interrupt him.
Do you know that inner voice that you can't ignore?
No,
You don't do that.
no, there is no inner voice. It's just outer voice. Go on, Matt. This time.
You
I've got
know,
you. This time.
so a shocking amount of people, statistically, genuinely shocking amount of people don't have an inner monologue.
50% of the
Wow.
population don't have an inner monologue because
That's crazy.
they don't have it. I wonder what that
Maybe
voice
they're
is
just
like.
not listening. Maybe they're just not listening.
To their inner
Yeah.
monologue.
Yeah.
I wonder what that bliss is like. My head is constantly shattering. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can barely hear other people over the din that's going on inside.
I've got multiple people talking to each other in my head. It's like a Witcher episode with the real Witcher.
Oh, so you have Henry Cavill in your head.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's in my head.
He could be in my head.
Hey, darling.
He
You could
lives
be
in my head.
Yeah,
He-
he
He
lives.
lives rent-free in my head.
100%.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it's a pleasing agreement.
Yeah, can imagine. It's like
That's a
I
different
am
episode.
a very attentive landlady.
Oh, hi.
Hello, darling. You can live rent free.
Look, there's a demon.
Demon.
Oh, demons!
Just get a super camp. Matt, you were going to do it one take, weren't you? Go on. Then.
I
Just
believe
shoot
Go
it.
I
on.
was going to do it in one
Okay.
take.
Okay. I won't interrupt you this time.
You
We're
will.
ready.
You absolute pig fucker.